All right, let's get right into it. If you have ever tried to get an AI project the green light, you know the feeling, right? You've got the tech, you've got the data, you've got the talent, but for some reason, the pitch just completely bombs in the boardroom. Well, today, we are going to break down exactly why that's happening, and more importantly, how you can fix it. And this quote? This just hits the nail on the head. See, the problem isn't your technology, it's your translation. You could literally have the most groundbreaking AI model in the entire world, but if you can't explain its value in a language that leadership actually understands, it's dead on arrival. So, what is that language? It's a lot simpler than you might think. You've got to forget the jargon, forget the technical specs, all the performance charts. The C-suite, they operate on a very specific and a very powerful vocabulary. It's a language of outcomes, not a language of activities. And here they are: profit, efficiency, and growth. These three words, think of them as the Rosetta Stone for talking to executives. Every single AI initiative that gets funded, that gets scaled, and that gets celebrated, it connects directly to one, if not all, of these pillars. If you master this translation, you've pretty much mastered the boardroom. So let's start with the first, and honestly, the most critical pillar: profit. This is the absolute bedrock of any business case. If you can't connect your project directly to the bottom line, the conversation is over before it even has a chance to begin. This right here, this is the question that's just hanging in the air the second you say the letters A and I. Every single executive is thinking this, and your job is to answer it immediately and with total confidence. And doing that, well, it requires a pretty fundamental shift in how you present your work. And here's that shift. You have to stop talking about what the AI does, that's the activity, and start talking about what it achieves for the business. That's the outcome. I promise you, no one in the C-suite really cares about the elegance of your algorithm. They care about its impact on the profit and loss statement. Just look at the difference here. An 8% accuracy improvement, okay, that's a technical metric. It's an activity, it's kind of abstract. But saving $200K a quarter, now that is a commercial outcome. It's tangible, it's impactful, and at the end of the day, it's the only thing that really matters. This number right here, this is what gets you the next meeting. This number is what gets you the budget. It's not some fuzzy percentage, it's cold, hard cash that can be put right back into the business. You always lead with the dollar sign. And to do this well, you have to start speaking their language. You need to be talking about things like lowering the cost to serve a customer, or reducing the time it takes to get paid after you make a sale. Are you increasing the profit margin on every customer? Are you driving up conversion rates? These are the levers that run the business. And here's exactly how you package it all up. This is your boardroom soundbite. It completely reframes the project. It's not an expense anymore. It's an investment with a fast, predictable return. When you talk like this, you're not asking for a handout. You're presenting a financial strategy. Okay, so moving on to pillar number 2. Let's see how this builds. Once you've nailed down the profitability, the very next question is going to be about operational leverage. How does this make us faster, leaner, better? Now, here's another huge reframe for you. Please stop using the word automation. For a lot of executives, that word is just a loaded term for layoffs, and it makes people nervous. Instead, talk about acceleration. See, you're not replacing people. You're freeing up your best people from low-value, repetitive tasks. I mean, just feel the difference here. We're automating tasks sounds vague, maybe even a little threatening. But we cut report generation from 3 days down to 3 minutes. That's a superpower. You've basically just compressed time itself, creating this massive new operational speed. And wow, this just shows you the sheer scale of that change. It's not some tiny incremental improvement. It's a total phase shift in what's possible. Visualizing that time compression like this, it makes the value proposition instantly and dramatically clear. But, and this is key, don't just stop at saving time. The final crucial step is to translate that saved time back into a business value. What can the company do with all those hours you just gave them back? In this case, 200 hours isn't just time off. It's an extra $45,000 of operational capacity you just created out of thin air. And there it is. That's the sentence that connects your AI project to the entire company's throughput. You're not just making one little process faster. You're increasing the velocity of the whole organization. You're letting the business do more, ship more, and earn more with the exact same team. So this brings us to our final and I think most strategic pillar, growth. Because after you've proven AI can make money and save time, the ultimate question is always going to be, okay, great, but how does this help us win our market? At this stage, the goal is to elevate the entire conversation. We're not talking about incremental optimization anymore. We're talking about building a platform for scalable, explosive growth. AI becomes the engine that lets the company expand its impact without its costs growing at the same crazy rate. And this slide really shows that mindset shift. The old way of thinking is just, what features can we tack on? The new way of thinking is, how can we increase the velocity of innovation? How fast can we get an idea into a customer's hands? AI shortens that distance, and that speed, well, that speed is a massive competitive advantage. And these are the metrics that prove it. It's about market dominance now. Are you increasing revenue per employee? That's scalability. Are you keeping your customers happy and coming back? Are you consistently beating your competitors to market? These KPIs show that AI is fundamentally changing your company's ability to compete and win. And this is the vision you sell. It's a powerful, forward-looking statement. It connects what you're doing today to where the company is going to be tomorrow. You're not just solving today's little problems. You are building the foundation that's going to power the company's entire future. So let's bring it all together. What have we learned? Building a winning business case for AI, it isn't really about having better technology. It's about having a better translation. Here it is, your new cheat sheet. It really is this simple. Before you even think about talking about your models, talk about margins. Before you pitch automation, talk about acceleration. And before you try to explain your architecture, talk about competitive advantage. This is the language of leadership. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Because a tech demo, yeah, it might get you a round of applause, but only a true business case, one that's built on profit, efficiency, and growth, is going to get you the buy-in, the budget, and the green light to go out and actually make a real impact.